Yo guys, TeamVLR George here, back again. Before the video starts, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, 411games.ca. If you're in the market for any sort of Yu-Gi-Oh product, whether it's sealed or singles, especially with Ignition Assault coming out recently, go to 411games.ca, see what they have. If you happen to be buying singles for Yu-Gi-Oh, put in code TeamVLR, all caps at checkout, and you get 10% off. It helps support the channel if you use that, and we'd appreciate it. On to the actual video now. This is the combo tutorial part of the Salamangreat profile. John, what's the profile? What's the combo? Sorry.
So basically, it's a 2.3 card combo.
Sure.
Basically, you need red resonator,
You heard it.
and debug with any salad to pitch.
Okay, cool.
And then it's actually very consistent because you're gonna play 3 copies of the resonator call and 3 silent mining to add these 2. So you have like basically 6 copies of each card in order to
So
to
it
get
comes
to the
up
combo.
a lot more often than you would think.
Exactly. And then if you have resonator and another level 4, you can still do a portion of the combo.
Okay,
So,
sure.
but the best combo is with these 2 cards.
Okay.
So you're gonna normal summon red resonator, use this effect to special the debug, and then you're gonna use debug effect to add Gazelle to your hand. Then you're gonna sync with the red resonator and the debug to Horse Prince. So Konami knew.
They knew, eh?
Red Resonator was actually in the Soul Burner structure deck, and they just reprinted this in the OTS.
Damn,
so
big
they
brain.
knew that one of us is gonna crack the code. It was
Sarlonian brain.
me, the big brain. I was in my
I
lab.
remember it was you. You were in Jung's laboratory, eh?
Exactly. So with Horse Prince effect, you're gonna summon Buffalo, and then you're gonna link these 2 for Sunlight Wolf, and then you're gonna pitch the salad in hand to draw 2 random cards.
Sure.
On resolution, because you pitch the salad, you're gonna summon a Gazelle. So you have the option of either summoning it under Sunlight Wolf Zone or not. If you summon it under Sunlight Wolf Zone, you can actually chain block the Gazelle effect. But most likely, they won't have the Ash or the hand trap, because in order for you to go through this combo, they would probably
have had to have resolved.
Exactly. So then you're gonna dump like one of the speller traps. I just do the counter trap, generally
The better one.
the better one, but Rage is good as well. After that, you're gonna link to Banlist, and then you're gonna use Sunlight Wolf and Banlist effect. So Banlist is gonna add the field spell, and then you're gonna add back the Gazelle. Now you have a follow for your next turn.
Okay.
And then you're gonna link these 2 to make a reincarnated Sunlight Wolf, and then you're gonna add back the trap. So now what you can do, because you have Jaguar, it can work with basically any salad. If you have Foxy, you can actually pitch the field spell in order to summon it. If it's spinning, it's a free summon. Basically, you just need to get another body, Cyber's body on board.
Sure.
So in this case, you'll shuffle back your Sunlight Wolf to summon the Jack. And then what you're gonna do is you're actually just gonna summon the new card that came out of Ignition Assault,
Lingaribo.
Angry Linkaribo, whatever you wanna call it, which is a trap negate. So
He's
like,
mad at traps. That's what he's mad at.
So like especially like game 2, after siding, it stops evenly, which is huge, right? Because normally your opponent is gonna try to evenly you, but you're gonna have to be forced to use a counter trap.
But now you can hold it.
And now you can hold it for something even more impactful. Or if you're a sack and you open double evenly, you can still stop it.
Damn, man. Who's that referencing?
Chase. So then obviously you set the counter trap, and then you have.
And you still have 2 other cards in your hand also from the beginning.
Exactly. 2 other cards from the beginning, and then the 2 you drew off Buffalo. So
all off of 2.3 cards, right?
Exactly. Big brain play.
Sure. All right, guys, we're back with the deck profile portion of the video. Nick, Jung, let's see the deck profile.
All right. So main deck.
Let's see it.
So 3 red resonator. The tuner, it's like the combo piece.
You guys saw the combo. You guys saw it.
3 lady debug. They brought this back to 3 because they took away stallio, I guess.
Is that a fair trade in your opinion?
No. I'd rather have this to 0, stallio to 1.
Obviously. Yeah.
Obviously.
I think most people would.
3 Foxy. So you still play 3 Foxy because its graveyard effect is actually very good. It pops like floodgates, like Takobo. Literally ends this deck. So in order to pop floodgates is very important. So that's why you play 3.
Cool.
You only play 2 spinny. I actually just side one out game 2s and 3s because like you use it once and then it's done.
Yeah, because you can't summon Mirage Stallio anymore.
Exactly. And I'm only playing 1 Xyz and it's not a rank 3.
Damn.
Falco standard, 2 Jaguar standard, and then foul. So
That's
now
foul.
with the deck, you need a couple more extenders in order for you to resolve the combo with the reincarnated Sunlight Wolf.
And Foul fits that bill.
And Foul, yeah, exactly. So it's a very good summon and helps make Dweller.
Oh, sure.
And then the one of Gazelle.
Why are you only running one?
I think it's bad. I think, or it's
bad. Shit, you're cheating.
And then the one Flame Buffalo. So this is part of the combo. Obviously, you don't want to play too many normal summons. So with Debug, it's still a very good normal summon. And then the Resonator, so that's 6 normal summons. So then this is a 7 normal summon.
And you want to summon it off Horsemen.
Exactly. So for hand traps, so in order to fit the engine, the Red Resonator engine, you have to cut down on cards like hand traps, but you still play 3 Ash, it's still the best, it's a fire, you add it back.
Sure.
And then 2 Imperm.
Okay. Why not the other way around, because Ash is only once per turn?
Because you can reoccur it, so it's like very powerful. So if you open Ash, you basically have Ash every turn. And that's like a negate once per turn, and like the whole deck relies on that reoccursion.
Sure.
So obvious 3 Signet Mining and 3 Resonator Call. So these are your 4th, 5th, and 6th copy of the combo pieces.
With respective cards, yeah.
Exactly. And then 3 Call by the Grave. So you really need your combo to resolve. So that's why you play 3 Call by the Grave.
If Cross Stomp came out, would you play that at 3 too?
I think I would as well, and then also play the Nibiru and everything like that to let your combos go through. So Foolish Burial, it's like an extender. Gets Foxy in the grave so that you can summon it.
It's Jack Jaguar.
It's Jack Jaguar. Spinny if you really have to. Monster Reborn, so it's another extender.
Sure.
And then Brick. And then 3 Will is such a good card. Yeah. It's Monster Reborn and Soul Charge once per turn. It's so good. Circle, and then 1 of each of the traps. I think this lineup is very good, especially in this build, because you don't want to brick on like multiple copies of the traps, and then these all just let you do your combo.
Okay. Extra deck?
Extra. So standard 3 Balinks helps with your grind game.
Yep.
It's just the best. Triple Sunlight Wolf, like the heart and soul of the deck. If this card even gets hit to 2, it's gonna hurt the deck a lot. 3 is very important. 2 Heat Leo. Again, it's spinning back row and helps get over big monsters, which the deck inherently has a trouble with.
Yeah.
Stallio. Sorry, I mean
Stallio.
I mean
Freudian slip.
Basically, it replaces the role of tutoring out cards from your deck. It's pretty good. Hida standard, Phoenix standard, and then Appaloosa. It's very good, especially with Will, so you can end out with a Sunlight Wolf and an Appaloosa with the trap.
Does that happen too often, or you have to draw the nuts for that?
Honestly, like the deck, if you open Will and you can send monsters without with Gazelle instead of sending the trap, you can just get like so many monsters in the graveyard, and like the restriction of not being able to summon level 5s from Horse Prince is irrelevant, and then you just summon 4 materials.
Sure.
And then the XCs that we play is Dweller. And then
no explanation needed for Dweller?
No explanation. This is a boss monster.
Okay.
So this is a new card from Ignition Assault. Basically, it turns any of your Stalin monsters or Cyberus monsters into a trap negate. So it's just generically very good. And so a Salamangreat card that no one plays in the extra deck. Salamangreat Almirage.
Jeez, why do you play this?
So the reason why you play Almirage is the key part of the combo is you have to normal summon Red Resonator. So if that gets impermed or Veiler, your turn like can't just end. But let's say you open like with Spinny Red Resonator and like Lady Debug with like a trap or something. So if you get impermed and you're not playing Almirage, you literally just end your turn. You can't do anything. Whereas if you go Resonator, because it's under 1,000, you can just make Salamangreat, which makes your counter trap live, and then if you had Spinny, you can pitch Spinny, summon it again, make a Sunlight Wolf, and be able to actually like put up a decent board when you get impermed. So it's very important.
Lets you play when you can't play.
Exactly, lets you play when you get stopped, and in the late game, if you have a graveyard setup with Jaguar and everything, and then you're top decking and you top deck Resonator, you can still normal summon it and make a salad.
Almirage.
Exactly.
Alright, so that's the extra deck?
That's the extra deck.
Side deck?
Side deck. Pretty standard side deck. So you play 3 Droll and Lockbird. It's spiral format again, pretty much. So you need it. 3 evenly matched. So I agree with our boy Mike about saying that evenly is probably the best side deck card.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
Make sure you guys watch that video too.
And I definitely agree. Evenly is like probably the best card, better than Lightning Storm. The one of
It's a hot take. The one of it.
The one of
Wily one.
I think it's hit 2. I don't know. And to go with the evenlies, I played 3 kaiju.
Kaiju?
So the theory behind this is when you evenly someone,
They're gonna leave the boss monster?
Exactly. They're gonna leave like sleeper or whatever, and then you can just kaiju.
Kaiju.
Exactly, and then it just stops their board. Or if they have Trigate, you can just kaiju the Trigate and then evenly. So if you know the negate is there, then if you open both, then you just do one or the other in whatever order. So I also side Tornado Dragon. So basically in the control matchups like Guru and Geist, Dweller is like basically dead. So you just switch out the rank 4 toolbox. So then you have 2 pops on one on your turn and 1 on your opponent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then triple twin. And then I had one that
whole
just...
TZ. Whole TZ.
Better than Lightning Storm.
Everything's better than Lightning Storm apparently.
And then
better than Lightning Storm.
One Imperial Order, it stops Lightning Storm.
Yeah, it does. That it does.
So yeah, that's the deck profile.
All right. Thank you, John.